Welcome everyone to a session on Big Data Analytics. In this session, we will start with Module 3, which has 4 important chapters. They are Business Intelligence, Data Warehousing, Data Mining, and Data Visualization. Okay, and these are some of the concept what we will encounter in this particular module is something what you have already learnt in your 5th semester. If you have learnt big data warehousing and data mining as an elective subject, and also some of the concepts you have already learnt in machine learning in your previous semester. Keeping that aside, let us see, to begin with, let us see what exactly a business intelligence and its applications. So we will be looking into the first chapter, that is business intelligence. Let us look into the definition. There are many definitions for business intelligence, but let us look into the definition that is mentioned in the prescribed textbook. So as per the textbook, the business intelligence is an umbrella term that includes a variety of IT applications that are used to analyze an organization's data and communicate the information to the relevant users. So when I say about relevant users, the users are those who makes use of the BI tools, business intelligence tools, and normally they are the top level executives, managers who are making key decisions in an organization. Okay, so if I have to elaborate, business intelligence is a broad set of IT solutions that includes tools for gathering, analyzing, and reporting information to the users about the performance of the organization and also its environment. Okay, and these IT solutions are among the most highly prioritized solution for any business investment. Okay, now why it is required, why these tools are required? See, if you consider any business organization which needs to continually monitor its business environment and also its own performance, right, and also adjust to the rapidly changing future plans. So this includes monitoring the industry, competitors, suppliers, and also customers. So along with that, the organization also need to develop a balanced scorecard to keep track of its own health and vitality. The executives typically determine what they want to track based on their key performance indexes and also key result areas of that organization or company, right? And the customized reports need to be designed to deliver the required automation, required information to every executive. So this, whatever that is required, these informations, what is required is generated by the business intelligence tool. Okay, and these reports can be easily converted into customized dashboards that deliver the information rapidly and very easy to grasp formats, maybe in terms of graphs or some sort of pie charts. Okay, so this is about the use of or the requirement of business intelligence. Okay, now let us see the next concept, which is BIDM cycle. The name BIDM, or the full form of this BIDM, is Business Intelligence and Data Mining Cycle. Okay, there are 4 components. The diagram is depicted here. The first component is business, data, mining, and intelligence. Right? And this forms a cycle. As you can see, it forms a cycle. The flow is in such a way that it forms a cycle. Okay, and the starting component is business. So let us see each of these components. Business, as we all know, is an act of doing something productive to serve someone's needs and thus earn a living, right? So the main intention of making a business is to make a lot of profit. And business can be categorized into multiple levels. There can be business at an individual level where one person is handling a business, and it can be in small scale level, and it can be in a large scale level, right? And anything in between a small scale and large scale, or in between individual and a small scale level, right? So business occurs at a various level, and the main intention of making a business is to earn profit, is to make a lot of profit. And once having a business, there is always an intention to grow the business, and grow the business in the sense to extract as maximum profit as possible from one's business, right? So how this can be done? So this can be done by making a lot of strategies, tactical decisions. But how such kind of decisions can be done? So is there any way for us to improve our strategic decisions? Yes. So that is, see, each and every business generates a data. So from the business we get a lot of data. So this data might be from goods that is sold, or in a simple word, sales, purchases, vendors, customers, etc., right? So this produce a lot of data, and data, as we all know, is a raw fact and figure. So with the data itself I cannot improve my business. Just having a data, I cannot directly make use of this data to improve my business. This is not possible. So what we need is, from this data we need to extract useful information. So that is done by using data mining. Okay, so data mining is the process of extracting useful information from a large data repository. So business has produced the data, and using this data, what do I do? I perform data mining task using various data mining tools and various data mining algorithms. So that is dependent on the problem statement what I have, right? Okay. So anyways, we will be looking into all this data mining algorithm in detail in the upcoming video. Okay, and by applying the data mining technique, we will be able to generate some patterns. Okay, generate the patterns and intelligence. So using these patterns, I should be able to I should be able to get some useful information that will help me to improve my business. Okay, so this is a cycle. This is how I perform a cycle. And again, after improving the business, or after making use of this data intelligence, again the business will generate more data, right? So this process is a continuous process. It forms a cycle, and there is no end point to it. See, because the aim of a business is always to improve its profit, right? And there is no dead end, or there is no limit to making profit, isn't it? So as much as possible, the profit should be made from out of a business. So it's a continuous process. Okay, so if we consider, let us consider an example. So let us consider an example of a retail company, a large scale company. Let me name it as A. Okay, so this is the business. Okay, and what this retail company does is, it produces and sells goods, okay, or some products, and also it provides some services. Okay, so goods and services. So this is their business, services. Yeah. Okay, now this is let's consider that this company A is distributed all over the world. Okay, there are many branches, and obviously this business will be generating a lot of data, maybe from the customer, from the purchase, from the sales, from the vendors. Okay, so all these data, there are many more. All these data are generated for different locations at different timestamp, right? So all this data will be stored. or generated, different timestamp and different location. Okay, so using this now this is just a data, right? So what we can do is we can apply some data mining algorithms to get useful information from this large data repository, maybe by using some of the data mining tools or algorithms. Okay, and from this information we should be able to identify patterns. What are the patterns we are looking for? For example, identifying the seasonal items, regional selling items, fast selling items, fast growing customer segments, and so on. And it might also help generate ideas about what products sell together, like a market basket data, right? And which people tend to buy which products. So these insights and intelligence can help design better promotion plans, product bundles, and also store layouts, which in turn will lead to a better performing business. Okay. Now let us look into the various decision types that are involved in a business organization. So it can be classified into two kinds. They are strategic decisions and operational decisions. And business intelligence can can help in making both these decisions better. Okay. Now let us see what exactly a strategic decision is. See, strategic decisions can be considered as a long-term decision, and these are the decisions that impact the direction of the company. The decisions to reach out to a new customer would be a strategic decision. And in strategic decision making, the goal itself may or may not be clear, and the same is true with the path to reach that goal. And basically it helps us to answer the question what and why. And on the other hand, we have operational decisions. The operational decisions are more routine and tactical decisions, and are focused on developing greater efficiency, and it's a short term decisions. Okay. For example, updating an old website with the new features will be an operational decisions, and operation decisions can be made more efficient by using an analysis of the past data. So it answers the question how. Okay, so let us consider another example. See, suppose there is a restaurant X, okay, and which is having three other competitors A, B, and C. Suppose this is located in a particular city, okay, or a small town. Okay, so X, this the owner of this restaurant X, he want to obviously he want to make more profit than the other three, right? So as a in a process of making more profit, one of the decision or one of the planning what he can have is to lure the customers from these three restaurants. Okay, so to luring in the sense taking away the restaurant that those who usually visits these three restaurants, so in that way he can make more profit. So this luring of luring of the customers from the other three restaurants would be a strategic decision, right? Now how it can be achieved? So this can be achieved by giving by giving more discounts, that is one way, or by having more advertisement. So these are some of the decisions that can help in achieving this goal, right? So these are that is the providing discount or making an advertisement are operational decisions. Okay, and the BI tool should be able to allow the decision makers to improve both of their decisions better. Okay, so this is about the two types of decisions. Now let us look into BI tools. We have already seen what exactly a business intelligence tools is, right? It is a software tools that enables the managers or executives to improve their business model, and also helps them to make the right decisions with minimized risk, right? So let us see some of the points with respect to BI tools. Yeah, as We all know BI includes a variety of software tools and techniques to provide the managers with information and insights needed to run the business. And these BI tools include data warehousing, online analytical processing, social media analytics, reporting, dashboards, querying, and data mining. And these BI tools can range from a very simple tools that could be considered as end user tools to a very sophisticated tools that offer a very broad and complex set of functionality. So the one who uses such complex BI tools can be considered as a BI expert on his own right? Okay. So the large organizations invest in expensive, sophisticated BI solutions that provide a good information in real time. Okay. Okay. Now let us consider some. Let us see what are the various examples of a BI tool. So let us um, consider the simplest one, which is nothing but a spread tool. So a simple spread tool such as MS Excel can also act as a very efficient BI tool. Of course, it can act as a very efficient, but uh, also there are some limitations in the sense of automations with respect to macros and other features, right? But it is also simple and inexpensive. So this is the benefit of using spread tool such as MS Excel. Okay, the advantage is it is inexpensive and easy to use, but there's a lot of limitation with respect to the functionalities that is available with spread tool, like macro functions, right? Okay. The other example is a dashboard system such as IBM Cognos or Tableau, so which is a sophisticated set of tools for gathering, analyzing, and presenting data at the user end. And the modular dashboard can be designed and redesigned easily with the graphical user interfaces. The backend data analytic capability include many sophisticated functions, and the dashboards are linked to data warehouses at the backend to ensure that the tables and graphs and other elements of the dashboards are updated in real time. Okay, and the example is IBM Cognos and Tableau. We'll see one of the snapshot of this dashboard in the next slide. Okay, so before that, let us see the other example. Yeah, the data mining tools such as IBM SPSS modeler are industrial strength systems that provide capabilities to apply wide range of analytical models on a large data set. And also we have open source business intelligence tools such as Veka. Okay, this is very popular platforms designed to help mine large amount of data to discover useful patterns. Now let us see a snapshot of IBM Cognos. So this is the dashboard what we are talking about. So it provides the end user, the managers, with information in a pictorial way, like in terms of a graph or pie chart, such that he can very easily grasp what exactly or he can get an overall picture of the data or the information in a very neat, unambiguous way, right? So there is no better way of representing a data than graphs. So this will help him enable make better decisions. Okay, so this is about BI tools. The next topic is BI skills. So here we talk about the skills required by the end user of a business intelligence tool. See, business intelligence tool is more like a weapon, right? It's not enough if you have a very sophisticated business intelligence tool. See, if you have a very sharp weapon, it is not enough to win the war, right? The one who makes use of the weapon should be very skillful. So I'm comparing the BI tool as a weapon and the end user, the one who uses the BI tool as a soldier, right? So everything depends on the skill set of the business intelligence end user or business intelligence specialist. One important skill what business intelligence specialist should have is he should be very imaginative. He should have an imaginative solution that should help, that should be proposed for the problem, so that interesting and useful results can emerge. That is one point. And another point is he should be able to think out of the box and should have a wider perspective that includes more dimension and variables in order to find important patterns and insights in the data, right? And see, the tool will be having multiple functions. For example, to perform data mining, you have a lot of algorithms, right? And it is up to the skill set of the business intelligent end user to make use of the right data mining algorithm for the appropriate problem, right? See, any good data mining project begins with an interesting problem to solve. And selecting the right data mining problem is an important skill. The problem should be valuable enough that solving it would be worth the time and expense. It takes a lot of time and energy to gather, organize, cleanse, and prepare the data for mining and other analysis. And the data miner needs to persist with the exploratory of the patterns in the data. And the skills level has to be deep enough to engage with the data and make it yield new useful insights. So this is about business intelligence skills. Now let us look into the various applications of business intelligence tool. The business intelligence tool, holistically speaking, can be used in any nature of business that produces a lot of data, right? So of course, the nature of business may vary, and so does the need of business intelligence tool. So the use of a business intelligence tool may vary depending on the type of businesses. So some business may require more of a classification or clustering kind of analysis, whereas some business may require anomaly detection. That again depends on the businesses. Now let us see some of the prominent applications of business intelligence and data mining. The first one is customer relationship management. For any business, keeping customer happy should be the primary goal. And so this can be achieved with the help of a business intelligence tool. And let us see the various points with respect to customer relationship management. One is maximize the return on marketing campaigns. So this is about understanding the customer's pain points from the database analysis, which can ensure that the marketing messages are fine-tuned to better resonate with the customers. Second one is improve customer retention. Yes, see, according to the survey and research, it is more difficult and expensive to win a new customer than it is to retain the existing customer. So churn analysis, that is improving the customer retention, is very much required in order to keep the business running, right? So this can be done by providing discounts or free services to retain profitable customers in a very cost effective manner. Third is maximize the customer value. So this is about cross-selling and upselling. See, every contact with the customer should be seen as an opportunity to gauge with their current needs. Offering a customer a new products and solutions based on those imputed needs can help increase the revenue per customer. And even a customer complaint can be seen as an opportunity to impress the customer. And using the knowledge of customers' history and value, the business can choose to sell a premium service to this customer. Next point is identify and delight highly valued customers. So this is a very important point. By segmenting the customers, the best customers can be identified. They can be proactively contacted and delighted with the greater attention and better service. Last one is manage brand image. A business can create a listening post to listen to the social media chatters about itself. It can then do a sentimental analysis of the text to understand the nature of the comments and respond appropriately to the prospects and the customers. So this is about the customer retention relationship management. Let us see few more. The next application of BI tools are healthcare and wellness. So this is very necessary and is the need of the hour, right? If BI tool can help in predicting or diagnosing of the disease, then that is something which is very much essential in the current scenario of pandemic. Now let us see what are in what areas BI tools can help. The first one is diagnosing disease in a patient. See, diagnosing the medical condition is very critical, especially if the patient is going through a disease like diabetes or cancers. This will be the matter of life and death. And apart from patient's current scenario, the BI tool should also be able to predict whether the patient or whether the person will be having future conditions of heart disease or diabetes or not. So this is something what you might have already done as a mini project in machine learning, right? Maybe heart disease prediction. And these are predictions are based on various factors like patients or a person's health history, medication history, family history, and other environmental factors. And some of the best example of BI tools that helps in diagnosing a patient is IBM Watson. Okay. The next point is treatment effectiveness. Yes. So this is about, see, for some of the disease there may be more than one ways of treatment. For example, hypertension, that is high blood pressure itself, is having more than 100 medication, and among this multiple treatment, which is the treatment that is best suited for the patient, that should be done. And BI tools is very effective in such scenario, that is choosing or considering an effective treatment based on the various factors of a patient. Okay. And next point is wellness management. Yeah, so this is about keeping track of a patient's health records, analyzing customers' health trends, and proactively advising them to take any needed precautions. The next one is manage fraud and abuse. This is something which is very essential in the current scenario. So this is about, see, some medical practitioners have unfortunately been found out to conduct unnecessary tests or overbill the government and health insurance companies. The exception reporting systems can identify such providers and action can be taken against them. And finally, public health management. The management of public health is one of the important responsibility of any government, and this is something what the current government is trying to do, including the state and central government. As a matter of fact, in the entire world is facing this scenario of pandemic, and it is a responsibility of each and every government to maintain public health, right? And it might be the steps taken by the government may be effective or not. That is something which is debatable, but BI tools can really help in the management of public health. Okay, so this can be done by using effective forecasting tools and techniques, and government can better predict the onsets of disease in certain areas in real time. So they can thus be better prepared to fight against the diseases. And Google has been known to predict the movement of certain disease by tracking the search terms like flu, vaccine used in various parts of the world. So this is about the BI application in healthcare and wellness. Let us see the next one. The next BI application is in the field of education. Now let us consider the various points with respect to education. The first one is student enrollment. So this is about admission and retention. So how this can be done? See, marketing to new potential students requires school to develop profiles of the students that are most likely to attend, and The schools can develop models of what kind of students are attracted to the schools and then reach out to those students. The student at risk of not returning can be flagged and corrective measures can be taken in time. And the second one is course offering. Schools can use the class enrollment data to develop models of which new courses are likely to be more popular with students, and this can help increase class size, reduce cost, and also improve student satisfaction. The next point is about fundraising and fundraising from alumni and other donors. So schools can develop predictive models of the alumni that are most likely to pledge financial support to the schools, and schools can create a profile for alumni more likely to pledge a donation to the schools, and this can lead to a reduction in the cost of mailing and other forms of outreach to the alumni. The next BI application, so this is about education. Now let us consider the next BI application. The next BI application is in the field of banking, perhaps the sector that really requires the use of BI tools to effectively manage its banking business. Now let us consider the various key areas where BI tools can address the banking issues. The first one is to automate the loan application process. So this is a classic classification problem where you decide whether the applicant who has applied for loan should be given a loan or not in a very effective and in a very effective and quick manner, right? So previously this was done manually by the officials, and it would take a lot of time because of the number of applications that is coming to the bank, maybe hundreds of applications, and each of these has to be manually investigated and decided whether to provide a loan or not. And this was a tedious job for the officials, and also may not be a very scientific approach. But with the help of software tools and BI tools, now we can build decision models which can predict whether the applicant will be able to successfully repay the loan or not, maybe based on his past loan applications, or maybe based on his CIBIL score, right? Okay, so this is about the process of automating the loan application. Second one is detect fraudulent transactions. So this is about anomaly detection. So millions of transactions takes place in a bank every day all over the world, and the bank should be able to identify whether the transaction is an anomaly, or whether the transaction is legal, valid or not, right? So this is about you can make use of some of the anomaly detection algorithms in fraudulent detection, fraudulent transactions, and some of the exception seeking models can be identify patterns of the fraudulent transactions. So the previous one was classification problem, and this detection of fraud detection is an fraud transaction is an anomaly detection problem. So both can be solved by using various data mining algorithms and machine learning algorithms. Next one is maximize the customer value. So this is about selling more products and services to the existing customer, and to identifying the best customer of your bank and providing them various favorable offers like education loans, home loans, vehicle loans, etc. Next one is optimize the cash reserve with forecasting. So this is about predicting the future and keeping some reserve in the sense, okay, cash reserve. See, the bank has to maintain certain liquidity to meet the needs of depositors who may likely to withdraw the money, right? And when a person is likely to withdraw the money, the sufficient amount of money should be there in the bank, right? And so this can be very effectively forecasted by using various BI tools, and this can be done by using past data and trend analysis, and banks can forecast how much to keep and how much to invest. Next BI application is in the field of financial services. Stockbrokers are an intensive users of BI systems, and fortunes can be made or lost based on the access to the accurate and timely information about the stock market. Now let us see the various areas where we can apply, various areas in the financial services where we can apply BI tools. The first one is predict changes in band and stock prices. See, forecasting the price of the stock and bond can be done by using a BI tool, and stock transaction data from the past along with other variables can be used to predict future price patterns. This can help traders develop long-term trading strategies. The next application is access the effect of events on market movements. So for this, decision models using decision trees can be created to access the impact of events on changes in the market volumes and prices. The next application is to identify and prevent fraudulent activities in trading. So this is again anomaly detection, right, where we can apply fraud detection models to seek out the anomalies, that is abnormal activities, and help identify and flag fraudulent activity patterns. So this is about the various applications of BI tools in the financial services. Now let us see the next one. The next BI application is in the field of insurance. So this is an industry where the users make use of prediction models in pricing insurance proposals, and also make use of the model for managing losses from claims against insured assets. Okay, and some of the prominent use of BI tools in the insurance fields are: first one is forecast claim cost for better business planning. So this is about natural disasters. See, for example, a natural disaster like hurricanes and earthquake strikes, this will result in a loss of life and property, right? So by using the best available data to model the risk of such events, the insurer can plan for losses and also should be able to manage resources and profits effectively. The next field is to determine optimal rate plans. So this is about pricing. See, pricing an insurance rate plan requires covering the potential losses and also about making the profit. And the insurers make use of the tables to project a lifespan of a person, and also disease table to project the mortality rates. So thus he should be able to price themselves in a very competitive but a very profitable policies. Next one is optimize marketing to specific customers. So this is about picking out the customers, the customer, or micro segmenting the potential customers. So with this, with the help of BI tools, the insurance company should be able to identify and pick up a customer who is very profitable to them, and leave out the not so profitable customers to the other competitors. Okay, and the best example is a US based company which is known as Progressive Insurance. So they have made use of the data mining tools to pick out customers who are very profitable and has increased their profitability by using this data mining tool. Okay, and last one is identify and prevent fraudulent claim activities. So this is also a very important requirement for the insurance company. Should be able to identify fraud and fake claim activities. So this can be done by using anomaly detection algorithms, so where patterns can be identified, and decision tree based models can be used to identify and flag the fraudulent claims. So this is about BI application in the field of insurance. The next BI application is in the field of manufacturing, and where manufacturing in the sense where an organization or a factory produces some physical products, right? And in such kind of operations, manufacturing operations, it involves a very complex interrelated subsystems. For example, from machines working right, to workers having the right skills, to the right components arriving with the right quality at the right time, and also having enough funds or money to uh, purchase these raw materials. So there are many interrelated components that has to go right in order for the smooth functioning of the organization or the manufacturing unit, right? Okay, now let us see how BI tools can help with respect to manufacturing area. Okay, first thing is, it should be able to BI tools can be used to discover novel patterns to improve product quality. Quality of a product can also be tracked, and this data can be used to create a predictive model of product quality deteriorating. And there are many companies, such as automobile companies, that had to recall their product if they have found defects that have a public safety implications. And data mining tools can help with the root cause analysis that can be used to identify sources of errors and also help to improve the product quality in the future. Next one is predict or prevent machinery failures. Statistically, all the equipment is likely to break down at some point in time, and predicting which machine is likely to shut down is a very complex process, and decision models to forecast machinery failures could be constructed using the past data, and preventive maintenance can be also planned, and manufacturing capacity can also be adjusted. So these are some of the use of BI tools in a manufacturing unit. The next application is in the field of public sector. See, the government gathers a lot of data by virtue of their regulatory functions, and these data can be used and analyzed for developing models of effective functioning. And there are innumerable applications that can benefit from the mining of such kind of data. And some of the examples are law enforcement. So let us take some real world example uh, which has happened in Los Angeles. LAPD, as we all know, Los Angeles Police Department, it mined the data from its 13 million crime records over 80 years and developed a model of what kind of crime is going to happen when and where. Okay, and by increasing the patrolling in those particular areas, LAPD was able to reduce the property crime by 27%. And this is actually a live example of using BI tools in order to reduce the crime. So which Los Angeles Police Department has done. 27% is actually a great number uh, by you making use of BI tools, right? Okay. The next application is scientific research. Any large collection of research data is being used for patterns and insights. Protein folding, nuclear reaction, disease control are some of the examples where data mining can yield a very powerful new insights. So these are the various applications of BI tools. Of course, I have not mentioned each and every one of this, and it is not restricted to the areas what I have mentioned in the video. So there are some other areas, businesses, sectors like telecom or retail and many more. But these are some of the prominent areas that are mentioned in the video, right, in this particular session. Okay, so what we can conclude about BI intelligence is, business intelligence is, it is a comprehensive set of IT tools to support decision making with imaginative solution for a variety of problems, and the BI can help improve the performance in nearly all the industries and applications. So this is about business intelligence and its concept. I'll see you all in the next one, where we will look into the concept of data warehousing. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.